So in the past 2 weeks, I was writing the test cases for these two PRs. The PR was regarding action item and its categories. I had shown the UI prototype in the last presentation. So wrote the test cases for this thing. It was a sizable PR, had some changes in 109 files, and similarly wrote test cases for the API part for these changes. Then in the last presentation, I guess you had suggested that we need to add default agenda categories in the API on importing sample data. So added it in the API thing. We can import the sample data and agenda categories will be pre-filled. Default category will be present for agenda categories. And the scroll bar thing is also done. And I guess dynamic, the breadcrumbs should have been dynamic, you suggested. So here it is. Let's do test one. And then we go to campaign. The breadcrumbs text is dynamic depending on the name of the campaign itself. And these are the two PRs for those changes. And remove the delete functionality for action item categories, funds, and campaigns.
Okay.
Only the disable function is there for those entities. So in the past 2 weeks, these four PRs got merged, and now I'm looking upon adding support for event volunteer groups. This PR, like I will be working on this module. I had a question here, like for a particular event, like there can be two type of volunteers, right? One would be event who are engaged in a volunteer group, and other would be solo volunteers. It means they are not engaged in any group,
That's possible, yes.
or there will always be a group.
If it may be a group or it could be individuals.
Okay,
Yeah.
fine. Then I'll do it as well. Yes, that's it.
Okay. Thanks.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
I was looking at those PRs when they were merged. That was also good to see. And the feature set of Tallow Admin in general is becoming much more robust, which is really good. And I'm glad to see that we are adding all of these things to it. Okay. Does anybody else have any questions or comments? No? All right. Thanks, Glenn. This has been good.